Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, I created 2 more looks using the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I just wanted to play more with this palette because I feel like there's so much versatility, so many different looks you can get from the palette. I did already do like a first impressions when I first got the collection in, both with the cheek trio and the palette, creating one look. I will link that down below if you haven't seen it yet. I would definitely suggest checking that out if you want any more information on the palette. I'm not going into depth on that today. We're just getting to the 2 other looks that I created. The first look I created is a lot more smoky and sultry, definitely a nighttime look, or like a winter fall look. And then this is the second look I created, which is a much more subdued, more taupey eye look with a bold lip. But of course you could wear a nude lip with this as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you 2 more looks with the palette. If you enjoy this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would definitely suggest subscribing to my channel, especially if you love eyeshadow content. I'm sick and tired. That's why I look like this today. So I am going to create another look with the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. So excited to do so. And I really want to use the multi-chrome today, which is the shade Vision. This looks so gorgeous. It's a green to like a purpley pink shifting shadow with a gold in there as well. Yes. So we are maybe going to get a little dark and smoky today. I don't hate it. I've already primed my eyes with the Rare Beauty eye primer. We're just gonna get started. I'm gonna go into the shade Nurture right here, this cool toned shade for my transition. I'm just gonna fluff this into the crease of my eye. Wow. That shade shows up so much darker on my eye than it does in the pan. That's very strange. Typically, I wouldn't mind that, or I would like it, but I wanted to use it more as a transition shade, and it just looks very dark. It did blend out nice and easy though, so that's good. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade Aspiration up here. I'm gonna place this lower in the crease as well as on my outer corner. I want to pull a little bit of the purple in, so I'm going to go in with the shade Edgy, and I'm going to place this just on my outer corner. I think this is a cream to powder, if I'm not mistaken, this shade. I'm going to pop on the NYX Glitter Primer next. I'm gonna go into the shade Vision down here, just with my finger. I'm gonna place that all over the lid, pretty much from inner to outer corner, the whole lid. Oh, wow. That is stunning. The shift is so strong. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but looking at it in the mirror, I can definitely see the shifts. That is such a beautiful shade. I love it. I love it. I am going to go put the rest of my makeup on, some line art and lashes, then we'll come back and finish up the lower lash line. All right, I just went and finished up the rest of my makeup. For my foundation, I'm wearing the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in the shade Medium. I am wearing the Healthy Foundation as a bronzer today because it's a little too dark for me. This is in the shade MN4 from Physicians Formula. I'm also wearing the Nerd Alert Blush Duo, both the shades mixed together from Wet n Wild as my blush. For highlight, I am wearing the Lorac Light Source Mega Beam Highlighter in Gilded Lily. Do you remember this one from back in the day? It's a great, like very blingy highlighter. On my lips, I am wearing Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium as my lip liner. I'm wearing Juvia's Place lipstick in the shade #2020. And for gloss, I'm wearing Fenty Beauty Heat in Fussy Heat. For my lashes, I'm wearing the Kiss I Envy 3D collection in shade, no, style number 12. Whoa! All of that will be linked down in the description box below if you like spaced out for a minute because I just talked really fast. Let's do it. As you can see, I also added a wing just for the drama. These lashes are intense, okay? I know. I'm gonna take this little angled brush and I'm actually gonna go into Blackest Black. I am praying that this is not gonna give me fallout because I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line on the outer edge just to connect my eyeliner. I'm doing more of a pressing action. While I'm at it, I'm just gonna pop some black in my waterline. This is from Marc Jacobs, which obviously does not exist anymore, but his eyeliners were great, very creamy. I'm gonna take another small brush and I'm actually gonna go into the shade Instinct, this purple color, and I wanna put this on my lower lash line. Just pressing it with the black. I'm gonna take a small blending brush and I'm gonna go into Nurture, that very first matte shade we used. I'm just gonna run this along the bottom of everything. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Spontaneous, which is misspelled on the palette. Thank you for pointing that out in the comments. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't change my feelings about the performance of the palette. It's definitely an embarrassment for them though, I'm sure. I'm just gonna pop this in my inner corner. I don't love that inner corner shade for this look in particular, but it's kind of the only one that I would use as an inner corner highlight. So we're going with it. Okay, so this is the final first look. What do we think? It got real dark and dramatic real quick. You know, I kind of expect to get a dark and dramatic look out of it. This looks stunning. It was very easy to use. That lid shade, I really love that she put a multi-chrome in here. I think it's just really fun and not something you see in the mainstream market. So I'm very impressed. I'm excited. I love it. Let's go to the next look. All right, so we are on to look number 2, and I'm thinking of doing something a little more subdued, a little more neutral, if you will. I've already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And so I wanna go in, I definitely wanna use the shade Serenity and I wanna use the shade Babies today, those two. I'm gonna take a super fluffy brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Nurture right there. Now from the last look I did, I've learned that this shade is very pigmented. So I'm gonna tap off the brush and I'm gonna go very lightly. And that's why I used such a fluffy brush. Hopefully it won't distribute too much pigment at once. Yeah, I tapped my brush off quite a bit and it's very pigmented. That was much easier for me to get more of a transition color with this fluffy brush. Now I'm gonna go in with a slightly more tapered blending brush in that same shade Nurture. And I'm just gonna put it a little more in my crease, not up so high. Just to deepen it up in the crease area. I'm gonna take that same blending brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Aspiration and just put this on the very outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna put on the NYX Glitter Primer because that's how we do over here. Go in with the shade Serenity first. And I'm gonna just take that on my finger and place it all over the lid. See, I feel like this right here, I could stop right here, put on some mascara, and obviously the rest of my makeup. And this would be a beautiful, just everyday look. And I only used 3 shades and it looks really pretty. I'm not really usually one for satins, but I like the tone of this one, this like taupey, more cool toned neutral. It's really pretty actually. But you know, I'm gonna kick it up a notch, if you will.
I'm gonna kick it up a little bit.
I wanna go into the shade Babies over here and just put this on top just to see what it looks like. And I'm really just gonna pick this up on my finger and just tap it on. I don't wanna get like an opaque layer. I just want a little bit of extra little shine. I don't really know that that did very much. It did add a little bit of something, but I guess not too much. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for today. So I'm gonna pop off camera. I am going to put on liner, lashes. The rest of my makeup, I'm gonna do my hair. And then we're gonna finish up the lower lash line. Okay, I am back with almost the finished look. We're gonna finish up the lower lash line, but I just completed my face using the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Foundation. I have mine in the shade 842 Medium Beige. I am using the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick in the shade Baked, topped with e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Perpetually Tan. And then for blush and highlight, I'm using the Cheek Trio from the My Dream collection, all 3 products. I am loving this. I'm still testing it, but I've used it quite a few times since the initial video that I did with this, and I am loving it. And then on my lips, I have a Milani lip kit from quite a while ago, the one they did in collaboration with Salt and Peppa in the shade Shoop, both the lip liner and the lipstick. This is very bold and brown for me, but I'm feeling the fall vibes, okay? And Milani lipsticks are like my favorite at the drugstore. They're so comfortable and I don't feel like this is gonna move all over my face. Yes, and then I also put on Ardell Wispies for my lashes. I wanted to keep the eyes very simple, very light, especially with the bold lip. So, of course, you could pair this with a nude lip, and I think it would be, I mean, I love nude lips. 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing a nude lip. So I think the nude lip would look great as well. All right, we're just gonna keep it very simple for the lower lash line. I'm gonna take the shade Nurture, and I'm just gonna run this on the lower lash line. Now, for every look that I've done, I've been putting the Spontaneous, misspelled Spontaneous shade in my inner corner, but this is more, in my opinion, more suited for like a warm tone look. So I'm actually going to try to use the highlighter in my inner corner. I know this is cheating, but I could put Spontaneous in the inner corner too. It would work, but I just want to try something different. So I have a pencil brush. I'm gonna pick up the powder version. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm actually gonna use the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Bronze Metal in my waterline. Ooh, I think that looks really pretty. Oh yeah. Okay, and so this is the final look for look number 2. What do we think? I love it. I think it's really, really just soft and beautiful every day, but also glam at the same time. Yes, I'm here for it. I hope that creating 2 more looks with this palette helped you out or gave you inspiration. I mean, I really have been enjoying using this palette. I know a lot of people have been comparing it to the retro palette. I don't have the retro palette, so I can't really compare it. I do have the glam palette, which people are also comparing it to, and I do feel like there are a couple of shades that are similar, but I don't think they're similar enough that I regret buying this one, if that makes sense. So I'm really enjoying this palette a lot. The quality has been great. I've tried now every shade except for Thrill and Risk. Those 2 shades I have not tried yet, but everything else, wonderful quality. Please leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.